Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 5. Bit of a late start to this one. Had to push the time back slightly because I was not going to be able to make it to starting on time. Ordered some food, Friday night. Usually have a little treat on a Friday or at the weekend. So ordered some food and it got delayed and it kept getting pushed back. Which, of course, meant I had to push the stream back. So when people are saying this is the cursed season with the delays and the missed streams and stuff, yeah, it is proving to be that way. You did as well? Oh, what did you get? What did you get? I ordered chicken wings. Some good old chicken wings. It was also 30 minutes late. See, I was going on a busy night. Must be a busy night. Everyone's got the same thing in mind. Yeah, there's also going to be one race this stream, but the reasoning for that is partly because it is our mid-season race and it is the longest race of the season. We are at Office Madness. So for those who remember it, I've had it a few times, it is a long track. We only do 2 laps around it and it takes a while. I think with the new track list, it is officially the longest track in the list. This race, we're going to have a 16-way tie on the final. It's very close. It is very close. Could be interesting. Could be the closest we've ever had going into the second half. Peak Dutch cuisine, fries, and deep fried meaty snacks with way too much unhealthy toppings. Sounds interesting. Interesting. I don't know much about Dutch cuisine. Definitely one of those places I would like to visit one day. If I get the money to travel a bit, that'll definitely be on the list of places to visit. Oh, and cheese has no feed. Has no food. You know what that means? We need to feed the cheese. Where's the feed the cheese? Someone get feeding the cheese while I go through the standings. Got to stay on focus. Too much waffling going on. So there we go. There's the feed the cheese. Oh, too bad if you're not hungry. It's been done. Here comes the cheese. So while the cheese spam goes on, and I forgot to make the text bigger. I need to remember to do that. Azur is leading 314 points in first, Superboss in second with 297, and Jimmy in third with 293. All pretty close at the top. Azur still just hanging in there. We'll see if they can keep hold of it. Seeing all the cheese coming across the screen. We'll see if Azur can keep hold of it this race. Or if someone else will finally knock them off the top spot. And it has been interesting in the top 3, second and third. Not secure in the slightest. We've had a few people bouncing up into that spot. But let's head over to the track. Office Madness by Paulos. I think that's how it's said. So here we are. Big office track. So it's going to be a very quick tour around this track. But before doing that, of course you remember this one. How could you forget it? Let's do the prediction. Now this could be an interesting prediction. Boy's been pretty on fire with these predictions so far. I feel like this one is going to be tricky. 2 minutes to get those predictions in. How many are going to DNF? And I'm calling it. I don't think Boy will get it right this time. I think this one's a tough one to predict. So a quick fly around the track, because there is a lot to go through on this track. So many obstacles. We've got bowls and bowls upon bowls, colours, corners, straights, pipes. Just about everything you can think of for a track will be found in this. We've even got veg and fruit. We have axes. We have honeycomb. Oh, you will. Oh. Gonna try and prove me wrong. Got a rainbow section, got a rainbow road. We've got bushes and hedges and I think every colour on the palette. We've got ladders, we got steps, we got loops, spinners, triangles, nails, boosters, confetti, fire. Yeah, just about everything. A lot of nails to really ruin your day. With vegetation, trees and plants. Loop around up, and we're not done yet. We have holes. We have backwards boosters. Now this bit is incredibly punishing. If you've seen the previous seasons, oh, this can ruin your race. This right here can ruin your race, and it is towards the end. So we'll see if there's any big upsets there. And then down to the conveyor to the end. So a lot to look out for. And let's get everyone in as the predictions have just ended, so good timing on that. So front row, Azure, Fluid, Snorker and Pesky Bird. Back row, Jimmy, Eggbot, Alfonso and Superboss. Snorker still repping the snow trail, of course, and Alfonso, the ball of fire. Their trails for being subbed to the channel on Twitch, that is. For those watching on YouTube, in case you get confused. So here we go. Countdown, and they are off. Lights are green, and away they go. Into the first corner. We're going to have Azure and Shady. Green slushies up at the front, followed by two of the Balls of Steel, Stardust and Fluids. Superboss were then Snorker, followed by Cheese and Demon. Then we've got a group up at the back. So a bit of a slow start, building up some momentum. Imagine not watching live. I know. What are they doing? Tell them, guys. Tell them, chat. Should be watching on Twitch. Should be over here following the action live so they don't miss out. Or so they don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks for the video to catch up, to get uploaded. And you know what? They should probably join the Discord as well, so they can join in with the racing. I mean, what is not to love there? Action-packed racing, and potentially a chance to walk away with money. I mean, seems like a pretty easy choice right there. Oh, they don't need to get up, they should just stay awake, anticipating all the excitement of the race. Neck hurts low mouth to stop watching. Well, if it's necessary, if it's a medical reason, we might be able to let that one slide. Maybe. Though Word doesn't seem so sure. As Pesky Bird says, free money is fun. Exactly. Free money. You just can't complain. So coming out of that bowl, Shady and Azure up at the front. Now Azure looking good in this race, trying to keep hold of that #1 spot in the standings. Were in 10th. Was in a shot to try and take Azure down, but not looking so promising anymore. At least not on this race. Stardust, Fluids, and then Snorker. Those Fluids running a bit slow through the pipe. Going to drop a few positions. Eggbot with a rough turn. Oh, and there's been a collision up at the top. Snorker's going to fall. That is a lot of places. There goes Weep as well. Big loss. Obviously, Iceman trailing behind a little bit, but we'll get past the two of them. Superboss falling down as well. That's a massive setback. And gets going again. No one else taking a tumble there. That's rough. That is rough. Can't wait for the booster section. I can't wait either. It's going to be interesting. Jimmy Jimmy is stationary on an apple. This could be bad for Jimmy. Snorker's going to just give Jimmy a little nudge, make sure they stay there. And we're already there with the F in the chat. I think it might be. It is. It's a big F for Jimmy. Will be stationary and looking at a DNF. Out of the race already. Shady going past the hole. Not really the route you want to take there, Shady. Not sure where you're going. Managing to avoid getting hit, but this is a massive time loss. Getting overtaken by quite a few people here. And that's going to drop Shady down to 9th, it looks like. Yes, 9th. Just in front of Iceman. The bit rate. How was the bit rate suffering in that section? Try not to hang around in that section too much. Oh, an Eggbot's been pushed into the wall. The Balls of Steel playing dirty, all of them piling in, but Pesky Bird says, don't you worry, Eggbot, I've got your back. Setting Eggbot free. Oh, but Pesky Bird getting pushed against one of the obstacles will get set free, though. I think that was by Cheese. Oh, that looks like Cheese has got a bit stuck. So is Shady. Shady falling apart in this race now. But up at the front, we have a Balls of Steel 1, 2, 3. Although Bwur, Bwur moments coming in. Bwur moments coming in big time. Dropping positions on the ladder. Classic by Bwur. It's going to drop a few positions, and Pesky Bird will move up into 3rd. Oh, Jimmy's managed to get moving again and has passed Weep. Weep has just stopped on the track. Instant karma. Yeah, Jimmy got unstuck, but Weep has just decided to stop. Has given up already playing chess. Yep, unfortunately that's not what we're playing, Weep. Probably want to get moving, but that means Jimmy is going to gain a position, and that means points. And Fluids and Stardust up at the front, side by side. Pesky Bird being chased down by Demon. And the season leader, Azur, with Alfonso, Eggbot, and Bwur. If you win chess while racing, do you get extra points? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If you want extra points, though, you could set a fastest lap. That will give you extra points. Only on hard. Yeah, how about against a Grandmaster? If you can beat a Grandmaster while you're racing. The hardest bot currently out. Yeah, I've seen there's some chess bots that have been made with AI, isn't there? That can play at Grandmaster level. I definitely wouldn't stand a chance. I do know how to play chess, but I don't know any strategy whatsoever. I just played a little bit when I was younger. I just know the basics. So Stardust has quite the lead right now up at the front, really pulling away. There's definitely no areas coming up that could totally ruin that. Fluids in 2nd, Eggbot in 3rd. Azur's moved up to 4th. And Iceman fighting with Pesky Bird for 5th. And then we have Bwur, Cheese, and Moo. So Stardust opting for the safer route. Smart play. Got the time. The nails. Yes, there is the nails. That could have been costly. However, I think there's an area that could be a little bit more costly. Oh, is there an Eggbot risking it through the nails? That is brave. Fluid's going the safe route. Now, the nails can be quicker, but you can also get stuck. But they're working together, pushing each other about, make sure they both get... Oh, I say that. Azur with the dirty play at the end. Eggbot nearly getting stuck there. Just gets slowed down. Azur with the dirty tactics. But paying off, moves up to 2nd. Tell you what, Azur's having such a great season. Halfway through the season, and they are looking pretty unstoppable at the moment. We'll see what happens in the second half. Fluid's chasing. Eggbot is stuck in all of the foliage. Oh, does get going again. Moon navigating their way through. Pesky Bird with a big hit on the tree. Iceman has a better line. Tuck's just in front of Bwer. See what's happening further ahead. Still see Fluids chasing down as there's a bit of a gap now starting to spread out with the top 3 back to 4th. See Bwer chasing down Pesky Bird and Iceman as Iceman's trying to pull away. Superboss behind them. We have Jimmy. Demon dropping a few places from the start. Shady's dropped quite a few places after that disastrous moment. Alfonso just behind the ball of fire. And then we have issues in the nails. Cheese. We're going to get an F in the chat for Cheese. And an F in the chat for Snorker. Snowflakes can't save you here. So big F's in the chat for the 2 of them. Snorker frozen in place. Get the puns out. And already looking like we could have 3 DNFs. How are the predictions looking? Stardust onto the ladder. Fluid still trying to chase down Azure. Cheese couldn't cheese it. Not sure if that one was quite as good. Moo chasing down Eggbot. So everyone's starting to spread out a little bit here. But things could change when we get to the boost section. Check everyone else still. Yep, Snorker, Cheese and Weep are 100% stuck right now. Only chance to gain any positions is getting set free on the second lap. I guess for Weep or Snorker to try and get past Cheese. But if Cheese gets set free, then may not be the case. So here we go, Stardust approaching the most dangerous section, I would say. See how they can navigate this. A bit of time to spare, but can't waste too much of it on the same booster. There we go. Figured out a way past that one. Oh, and this could be a good line. Oh, but once you get caught in a couple of boosters, there it is. That is the punishment that can happen. You hit a few boosters in a row and back you go. Hal's Corridor, I like it. Because it sure is. There goes Azure going back as well. Flu's navigating a way through. Might be a good line. Not enough speed to get past that booster though. And there we go. The momentum gets carried up to the next one. The middle boosters can be quite painful. Eggbot helping Azure out here. Ooh, and there's the momentum. Azure going all the way back up again. There's a big pile up there, but Stardust is through first. Eggbot looking like they could be through second. They are. Eggbot does navigate their way through. The AI calculating the way through. Fluids is through as well. And look at all the chaos here, especially as everyone starts to pile into each other. You get sent backwards into someone, cause just a massive pile up. Jimmy's got a great line on the exit. That is Jimmy through. Where is Azure though? Is Azure in this mix? Yes, Azure's there alongside Shady. Iceman's so close to the end. So close to the end. Not quite make it there. Shady makes it out. Oh, and Iceman away. Iceman goes. Colliding with Pesky Bird, and Azure's way back there as well. This is a massive setback for Azure. Yeah, Hal's Corridor indeed. That is just punishing. So coming out of that, Stardust leading, Eggbot second, Fluge third, Jimmy fourth, Shady fifth, Alfonso and Superboss side by side. Then we have Demon and Moo. And there's still chaos going on, but remember, we have one more lap to try and get through this, so there's a lot that can change. Azur finally makes it out. And Ice Master being so close to making it out is unfortunately still struggling. Pesky Bird just trying to get going again. See Stardust in the distance heading on to the second lap already. Pesky Bird might be free. They avoid the middle booster. Nope, there's the middle booster. The middle booster are punishing, getting saved by Iceman though, but they both get pinched against the wall. Can they work together here to get through? Ooh, a bump there, and Pesky Bird using Iceman. There's a bit of a barrier there to get going, and Iceman and Blur still trying to find their way through. Yeah, we may have to leave them to it for a little bit. We'll revisit them soon, and I'm sure they would have made it through. So Stardust, 8-second lead. Pretty strong lead. Eggbot, and a massive gap back to third. It is looking good for the top two right now. Fludes has Jimmy close behind. You can see Alfonso, Demon, Superboss, and Moo together. Let's see. Oh, no, still going. So there's Azur coming round. Pesky Bird just heading up the ladder. We're so close to the end. So close. Come on, you're nearly out of it. Nope, nope. Okay. Bye. Back you go. Yeah, not going too great for Iceman or Boer here. Yeah, I think that's all you can do. Oh, this might be it. Oh. Oh. There we go, together. Both making it through. Oh, Blur. Oh, Blur moment indeed. That needs clipping and adding to the list of all the Blur moments we have. Oh my goodness. Only Blur. An absolute nightmare. If it's not a ladder, it's got to be something else, hasn't it? While up at the front, while all that was going on, Eggbot is actually leading the race. Flute is in second, Jimmy in third, and Stardust is now in fourth. So how the turns have tabled up at the front. Everyone's favorite bot. In fact, everyone's favorite racer right now leading. Absolutely zero hate towards the Eggbot. Oh dear. Not going to get over that Boer moment. I don't think Boer's going to either. Unbelievable. Jimmy chasing Faludes down. Very close together here, but Jimmy's going to get pushed against the axes. See, Eggbot does have a supporter. There is someone. I'll try not to hang around that area too much due to the bitrate will just collapse on stream and on YouTube. Won't like the compression on that. I mean, the AI Overlord spare you. Yeah, I'm on the AI Overlord side too. Oh, those Flute's about to do a shady. A shady moment. You've missed it. You've missed it. You've gone too wide. It's going to be costly. Okay, if I stay still, will the bitrate be okay? And there we go, losing a bit of time there. And that puts Shady up into third. Doesn't look like Weep's going to get set free. But I'll spare everyone, I'll move away from that section. And Fludes has dropped to 6th. In fact, Superboss trying to get past as well. Stardust is stuck. Fludes is stuck. Balls of Steel falling apart right now. Creeping their way back off. Stardust does get back out. Fludes gets back out as well. It started out looking like Balls of Steel had this in the bag, but they are falling apart going into lap 2. Or I should say on lap 2. I mean, Boer didn't quite make it onto lap 2. So for Boer it was going to lap 2. Yeah, Balls of Steel struggling right now. But you know who's not struggling? Eggbot. Precision calculations. Bots don't get tired. The longest race, the longest track. This doesn't matter to Eggbot. Heading up the hill. But Jimmy's not far behind. Eggbot will set you free, you're calling it. We'll have to see. I'll have to see if Eggbot can navigate the boosters, because I feel like no one can calculate that one. There's Stardust and Fludes. See if anyone sets a quicker lap this time around to take Stardust's fastest lap from lap 1. See Iceman just dropping into the bowl of eye pain. There's Pesky Bird and Weep. The Weep actually did get set free, I just realised. I think Pesky Bird set Weep free, so Weep could gain a couple of positions here. Could be in with some points. If Eggbot makes it cleanly through the boosters without getting set back once, I'll be amazed. He somehow just wiggles through. Although Demons actually managed to jump up into first. I think that happened in the bowl. It's going to give Snorker a nudge. Not enough to set them free though. And also Demon risking the nails. Is this a smart move? We'll have to see. Maybe this is why Demon... Oh, there we go. About to say, maybe this is why Demon has difficulties in these races in previous seasons. And this season, Snorker's been set free by Eggbot. Maybe they go in with the all or nothing approach, taking all the risks, and every now and then makes for excellent racing, excellent finish. Cheese has been set free as well, but most of the time just not quite working out. I guess maybe on the more tame tracks there's not a lot of all or nothing risks that can be taken, so can't make use of it. Said it won't happen, so it will happen. I don't think so. Don't think anyone can make it through without getting caught by a booster. Great overtake there by Eggbot, not wanting to give that first place and giving Demon a knock back, putting them at risk from Superboss. Fludes up to 4th, Shady now down to 5th. Fludes is, I thought, stationary there, but nope, just navigating through the slower section. Oh, and we have trouble. We have trouble further back. Stardust is stuck. Jimmy is stuck. Moo is stuck. This could be big for Weep. Here comes Weep. Opting for the safer side. It is a smart play. But they'll need to get round one more lap. I don't know if they're going to be quick enough to do that. And at the moment, they're quite far behind Cheese and Snorker. So that is going to have to be F's in the chat for us to get set free. We'll have to quickly see. No, Pesky Bird opting for the safer side as well. Iceman would be the last one to be able to set them free, but it's got to be F's in the chat for Moo, Jimmy, and Stardust. Stardust was looking like they were going to have a good race, holding on pretty well, but is now stationary in the nails. What did you miss? Moo, Jimmy, and Stardust are all stationary. So heading onto the ladder, Eggbot leading. Demon and Superboss fighting it out for second. Oh, got a bit too quick, camera. And Superboss does make it past Demon. And we can see the snow trail of Snorker. Very nice. And then there's a bit of a gap back to Fludes currently in fourth. And then we have all the green slushies, 5th, 6th, and 7th. How's it going on the ladder? Not to the top yet. And Weep still in last, and I just don't think Weep's going to be able to make up the positions. Won't be able to get there in time. As you can see by the time in the top left, his laps are quite long. Oh, and Iceman set Stardust and Jimmy free and sacrificed himself. And Iceman, F's in the chat. Iceman is stuck. But you know what time it is now. All eyes on this section. Hell's Corridor. Come on then, let's see if Eggbot can navigate all the way through. Almost, you know what? Almost had me there. Now the back runs of Cheese and Snorker could cause a bit of chaos here. Could be helpful. Could be a hindrance. And Demon. Ooh, almost. Almost. I thought that was going to be a clean run by Demon, but there's the setback. As soon as you get that momentum, it is all over. Superboss could have a line here. It's a good one, and Superboss is going to be through first. Cheese managing to get stuck. Superboss makes it through. And this could be huge for Superboss. And Superboss might be clear now, though Demon is now through. Set and Boer free on the way through. Eggbot's going to give Cheese a nudge to set Cheese off again. But Superboss might be clear already. Then Shady and Azure coming through behind. What's going on with Alfonso? How has Alfonso got stuck there? How have you done this? Like every season, every race, we find a completely new way for someone to get stuck. Yeah, it's going to have to be F's in the chat for Alfonso. The ball of fire is stationary somehow on a slope. Yeah. Honestly, I think you guys do this on purpose sometimes. So Fludes trying to navigate their way through. Oh, sets Alfonso free. There we go. There's the hit to set Alfonso going again. So it's not over yet for the green slushy of fire. Yes, Superboss looking very clear right now, but it's going to be close here. Demon weren't. Oh, sorry, not Boer. Sorry, Boer. Demon and Eggbot. Boer and Cheese are behind. But Demon and Eggbot both dropping down very close together. Coming to the conveyor. Whoa, gives Eggbot a little nudge. There's a little boost. Demon doesn't quite make it on. I think that's going to be it for Eggbot. But Superboss across the line, taking the win. Currently fastest lap. And I think it's going to be an Eggbot second place. There we go. Eggbot 11-second gap, 11.5 seconds. Eggbot finishing in second. Demon in third. And Shady and Azur quite close together, but Azur is going to come across in fourth. That's going to be big for Azur in the standings. Shady in fifth. And now we have a bit of a gap. We're going to speed things up a little bit. Alfonso is, even with getting stuck, has managed to keep hold of sixth. Fluids is stuck. Fluids is stuck. This late into the race, Stardust has come past to take that position. That's going to be F's in the chat for Fluids. Is Jimmy going to know? Jimmy's going to go around. Fluids dropping another position. Can Pesky Bird get past as well? Shambles for the Balls of Steel. It has been shambles. Coming up to the line, Alfonso. There's the 6th place, and the DNF timer resets again. 60 seconds, counting down for the next finisher. Pesky Bird, you're going to need to get moving if you want to get past Fluids. Now, it looks like Iceman is that far. Iceman, of course, is stuck. So, yeah, no one's going to get there on time to take another position. So, say Iceman's that far behind. Technically true, but also not moving. Can Pesky Bird make it through, though, in time? That is the question. No pressure. Got time. Just gotta navigate through. Ah, yes, sweet. Pure Marble is in last place. And there we go. Pesky Bird makes it through as well, taking that 9th spot, which means Fluids will be finishing in 10th. Is there a chance for you to pass Moo? Well, that is a good question. Where are we looking? So, ooh, it's a bit of a stretch. I think it could be. I mean, if Pesky Bird can cross the line and reset the 60-second timer, if Pesky Bird can get to the line in time to do that, that'd give you another 60 seconds to potentially. I think it's going to be a close call though, and that's trusting that no one sets Moo free. There we go. Pesky Bird did not make it to the line. How close? Oh, so close. So close, Pesky Bird. And that's a lot of DNFs. I don't think anyone got this right. I called it. I called it. 8 DNFs. And there's Pesky Bird going across the line. So, Superboss taking the win. What a race. Back and forth. The Hell's Corridor, always absolutely crazy. I think you voted 6-9. Oh, we'll have to check. We'll have to check. Yeah, congratulations on Superboss taking the win. Good race. Eggbot in second. Good race by Eggbot as well. And Demon taking third. And Superboss getting the fastest lap as well, getting that extra point. It was a fun race. Indeed. So, DNFs. Choose outcome. We did have a winner. Complete prediction. And yes, I think Wheatman took the win on that one. So well done, Wheatman, on the correct prediction. Bringing an end to Wur's reign of predictions. 300 eggs. 300 channel eggs. Enjoy them, spend them wisely, or gamble them all on the next prediction. It is completely up to you. Oh, is Weep also... Oh, that's a shame. So Weep also doesn't actually get any due to the region's gambling laws. Sad times. But you get the joy in knowing you got it right, and everyone else that gambled their eggs loses them. So you can at least appreciate that. You do still get bragging rights. Indeed you do. Right, so I'm going to go and put these results over on the leaderboard. I'll be back in just a minute with the standings. 17k eggs already. That is pretty good. Back in a minute. Alright, the results have been entered. See, there's talk about eggs going on. Cheese, 41,000. That is a lot of eggs. Boy, I can't compete. Correction, 41.1k. See, the more you watch, the more eggs you get. That's how it works. So, I think, do you also get extra for... I think you also get like a bonus when you follow a channel and when you sub to a channel, something like that. I think there's some extra ways of getting bonuses to channel points. Yeah, I think I've seen that somewhere. Anyway, a little off topic. Over to the standings. Yeah, Superboss with a great run through the boosters, just to get stuck on Flood somehow. Correction 41.2. Are they just adding up? Just keep going. I can feel my voice going already. It's a good thing I'm only doing one race in this one. Oh dear. Quick hydrate. Right. After that race, Azur still just hanging on to that lead. You're rich because you don't gamble. I guess that's one way to not lose any. 340 points up at the top. But Superboss, after a win and a fastest lap, is now only 2 points behind. Azur's lead is starting to disappear. Superboss is chasing Azur down and is very close behind right now in second. 338 points. Jimmy in third with 309. Moo in fourth with 290. Boyer in fifth with 287. Fludes in sixth with 286. Iceman in seventh with 276. Cheese in 8th with 272, Stardust in 9th with 271, and Eggbot into the top 10 with 268. Below that we have Pesky Bird, Weep, Snorker, Shady, Demon, and Alfonso. Snorker again dropping more positions. It's just been downhill since the start for Snorker. Very, very unfortunate for them. And in the team standings, Tutti Frutti up in first with 298. Icebreakers in second with 288. Bulls of Steel in third with 281. Green Slushy is fourth with 279. And Dogeable is fifth with 276. And then we have Grandmasters, Ultraviolets, Marble Minions, Eternal Darkness, and Snowballs. So again, I say this every time, but it's close. It is close. I think we may be in for the closest season we've ever had. Sure, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but it's looking that way. And we are now going into the second half of the season. We'll see if it stays this close all the way down to the end. I know as we get closer to the end, Iceman always likes to start doing the prediction calculations. He's a little bit too early right now, but going to the last few races. It'd be interesting to see how it looks and who's got a chance of taking first or even the top 3. I think we could have quite a few this time around, unless Azur starts pulling away again. But that is all for the future. And next week we are back with Collision Course and Galactic Gauntlet, so we have those to look forward to. It is anyone's game still. It definitely is. You can't be ruled out yet. But that is going to be it for this one. So I hope you all have a good day, a good night, a good evening, a good morning, a good whatever it is. Wherever you are, it was a long race. It was a long race. It is our longest race. It basically takes up the time of 2 races. So it's a good thing this is just going to be a 1 race stream. Like a few extra pings on Discord when it's time for Galactic Gauntlet. I will try and remember that, of course. If I forget, hopefully someone else will remember to ping you. I'm sure someone will. But yeah, if I remember, I will try and ping you in the Discord to let you know when we're switching the track, if you're not already at the stream. Okay. Yeah, I thought it'd be... Don't want to go on too late. I know some people can't stay around too late usually as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I've got some things coming up. Some of the things planned, you may have seen the Discord. I've recently got back into playing Minecraft. I know the Minecraft movie's coming out and it's starting to see a bit more content being made and stuff, and I needed a break from some of my usual games, and so started playing that, had a bit of fun. I've set up a server, going to be starting the server from new, opening it up. It's a modded server, so yeah, anyone who has it and can launch the modded version on Java through a launcher, then it will be open up for people to join, so feel free to join once I post the details on that. I'll probably be following the first stream on it. And I've also got a horror Minecraft mod pack planned to play with a couple of people. So keep an eye out for that. But that is going to do it for this one. So thank you all for being here. Sounds fun. Glad. I hope people enjoy it. I just think it could be quite entertaining. It'd be quite fun. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one.